I broke my cup. Morgan pushed me too hard. I fell. That's true.
It's dedication, folks. $30 in it to win it.
Let's go. It's all for Duval, baby.
It's all for Duval, baby.
It's all for Duval, baby. Woo! The next episode of DUVALL TV starts right now. All right, they have done it. Congratulations to the Cedar Crest High School Red Wolves. They have graduated. That's right. Graduation just happened last week. Great job, everyone. All right, so let's talk about the episode 13 winners from last month. So the first winner is going to be Jen Walker. She won a gift from Crystal from The Little Things. So thanks again, Crystal, for being the episode 13 show sponsor, and just had an awesome little chat with you in the driveway. You're out running around, delivering all the goodies to the winners. And also winner number 2, that's right, she had 2 winners this week. It is Shalane. So congrats to you, congrats to Jen and your beautiful flowers. So thanks again, Crystal, for being a friend of the show. All right, in neighborhood news, we've got big news. That's right, big this thing. And the big news is it's a girl. Congratulations to Jared and Kayla because they had their second girl. So Parker Meserol. So congrats to little Parker coming into the world. But now here's what's cool. Peyton, her older sister, she's gonna get to show her the ropes and show her like what are the greatest colleges to go to, etc., etc., etc. P.S. They're Cougs. That's a Coug family. But we love the Cougs, even though we're dogs over here at DUVALL TV. Cougs, dogs, we can all play nice together, right? Let's go. All right, quick updates coming here. I want to give a shout to Amy and Ryan McHenry. They had a really cool post on Facebook that I saw. She is our neighbor as well. We got to know each other through an injured bird incident. Had a bird hit the window. We were talking. She reached out. We tried to save the bird. Didn't save the bird. Super sad. But we gave it a try, didn't we, Amy? And I know that their kids are very involved in like the Boy Scouts Armed Forces Day. You can see the picture here. Just a really cool thing that to see the youth participate in such a meaningful event, especially this is super important to me. If you know me or if you've been watching the channel for the last year, you know I'm a big patriot. I love this country. I'm very, very, very thankful every day to be alive, number one, and to live in such a great country. So the boys, they wanted to honor those that paid the ultimate sacrifice, which is Memorial Day, obviously different than Veterans Day, which would be coming up a little bit later in the year. So really cool, guys. Thanks, Shauna Taylor, for being awesome and supporting our country. All right, also want to give one more congrats to the Walker family. So the Walkers, you'd be like, wow, we see the Walkers in the last couple videos. Yeah, they live a couple doors down, but they're awesome. And they have a lot of cool things going on. So we went to their graduation party. And of course, I know many of you around Duval had senior graduation parties because I saw them around town. And of course, Mother Nature just had to do her thing where she just went, and just said, let's go with torrential downpour, high winds, gusts of up to 20-25 miles an hour. Man, if we only had like the weather on this show. You know, I've been trying to talk my wife into doing the weather, but not gonna happen. So if you know any good weather people or any terrible weather people, let's talk. Let's get it added into the show as well. The Parade of Graduates. If you didn't know what this was really cool. So there was a map of where the route was from, you know, the high school. There was a lot of video and camera opportunities. So thanks to Cappy Ayers for kind of keeping me in the loop. You can see some of the videos and pictures here. Big congrats to their son, Coop. He just graduated. So Joe and Cappy, bam, great job. Got him graduated and off to the next chapter of his life. So go get him, Coop. Another event that took place, quick update, was Coffee with a Cop. That's right. Duval Police Department participated with Starbucks. And yes, they were serving coffee, drinking coffee, hanging out with the local community, answering questions. I really, really hope that they do this again and again and again, or even on a regular basis, because it is really cool to see the police department and our community just get so intertwined, because these are real people too, and they're out there fighting for us, defending us. When something goes down, look, they're the first ones just on the scene to protect everyone in this community. Another update, the ref run. You saw us talk about it a lot leading into the last couple of months. That was on May 31st. It was a Friday. It was a 5K run, and we had an absolute freaking blast. So a couple of the highlights from it. So my niece Abby was able to drive over from Tri-Cities. She went in the 5K. There was a couple YouTube shorts with her on the post-race interview with her and our neighbor Sarah. They crushed it. Great job, ladies. But as far as from the top down, I want to give a special thanks to my neighbor Amy Jacobson. This whole thing started a couple years ago when we just bumped into each other, not physically, but just like, walking past each other on the trail right up the street from our house. And she told me about the REF and like, what is the REF and the Riverview Education Foundation and all the cool things that they do. So we got involved last year, and then this year we were the title sponsors and just had an absolute blast. So thank you, Amy, for being super cool, such a great neighbor and such a great advocate for the REF. And of course, the gal that ran the show was Shannon Tozier. So thanks, Shannon. Between you and Amy and Cappy Ayers, like your vibe is so fun and cool. Like it was a real pleasure for Eve and I to work with you guys on this project, and loved seeing the numbers. We had, I think, right around 300 runners, which was a total smash. Some of the fun things that happened, one thing specifically, we call them the Chain Boys now. So there was these three guys, all from town, and they just thought the big Buddy Buck chain was really funny. I just happened to have a couple different ones for like our team and different things. So they all were just adamant about running the 5K in these chains. So they did, and they broke, they were plastic or whatever. So I just hooked them all back up and they were done. But it was an absolute blast seeing these guys just totally have fun, living life full out. So we got Ian, Blake, Josh. Respect to you guys. And there were so many other people, of course, having fun. We had the beer garden out there, root beer floats. What a blast. What an opportunity. All for Duval, baby. And as always, you can go to DUVALLlife.com. This is a website that I've been building for a little over a year, just kind of updating it and kind of tinkering it, listening to your feedback. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want on our website? So basically what I did was took the city's website, the Chamber of Commerce website, and then things that I feel are really important, whether it's, some music, Morgan Henley Presents stuff, or just anything cool. So I just wanted to keep it streamlined. So really it's very simple to look at, and just, you can find things very, very quickly. So if there's a link or if there's something you would love to see attached to this website for your own pleasure, then cool, let me know. Send us an email. You can always send the email to buddy@buddybuck.com, or you just follow DUVALL TV. So on Instagram, it's DUVALL TV, and my personal Instagram is @BuddyBuckShow. So either one is fine. You can reach out either way, and we'll get those added to the site. Okay, June 1st was Duval Days. So awesome event for those that were out here. If you don't know what Duval Days, maybe you're watching this in a different part of the country, or maybe you're thinking about, hey, I want to move to Duval. Do it. Duval's freaking awesome. But Duval Days, congrats to Morgan and Travis. They ran an absolute beast of a Duval Days. Like, this was their first time fully running it. Morgan running point, Travis running co. You guys absolutely killed it. So much respect, much love to Duval Days and your whole staff. I know you had an incredible team of volunteers. But we don't have time to list all those. But I just want to say you guys did a fantastic job, from the promotion to the execution to just the fun and the community and everything you guys brought together for the whole Duval Days. We were really, really proud to be a part of it all. We rolled down, if you know the neighborhood that I live in, we're in what's called the Victorian community. It's also called Candyland, a couple different things for those old time Duval people. You know what I'm talking about. Just up Big Rock here. But we have a little scooter gang that we started. We rolled down 7 deep on our Segway scooters, all the way from 140th all the way down, and it was super fun. So having a blast. We clipped a Bluetooth speaker on one of the Segways, mine, and we were just rocking out to a really cool playlist, summer mix, and it just, what a fun, cool time. It feels surreal. Even talking to John, our neighbor who moved here over a year ago with his wife Paulette, he's just dude, this doesn't feel real. None of this feels real. And honestly, living in Duval, if you were connected and plugged in and just, pouring into the community and what it's offering, and then you giving back to the community as well, this place is super freaking special. I'm just gonna say it. We've been here 6 years now, and I'm just living a dream. You know what I mean? So thankful to be alive, thankful to be living in Duval, thankful for this incredible community and all of you. On June 4th, we had the summer mixer for the Chamber of Commerce. So thanks again to Sarah and Landon for hosting at the Yoga Garden Studio. gorgeous facility. You want to get your yoga on, just go get zen, change your mindset, get peaceful. Go check out Sarah at the Yoga Garden. It's just right in town, right above the Grange, who you know we loved on the show. Last episode, we talked about the road closure, which we're not going to do a whole thing on the road closure. You can go back and watch episode 13 if you want to get that. But also the link will be in the description. Just like anything I'm talking about on these episodes, always the link will be down below in the descriptions, so you can go get updated yourself. But again, just be patient with this road closure stuff. There's a lot happening. Roundabouts going in, closing one of the main 2 ways in. Like, just chill. Just have an awesome summer. Like, it's happening. 6 weeks gonna be closed, 8 weeks, whatever it is. It is what it is. Focus on the things you can control. As one of my mentors, virtual mentors, Jim Rohn, and he always said something that was so cool. And he's like, don't go chasing the birds, because you'll never catch the freaking birds. So the point is, if you're chasing all these problems like, oh, the road's closed, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, stop complaining and stop chasing the freaking birds, okay? Focus your energy on things you can control and people's whose lives you can enrich. Imagine when you're walking around today, or this week, or this month, or for the rest of the year, whatever the case is, imagine everyone that you come in contact with has a shirt on, and they say, well, yeah, hopefully they have a shirt on, but when the shirt says, make me feel special today. Imagine that. If everyone in Duval, just for the next 30 days, every time you're walking around, just like picture that person's shirt saying, make me feel special today. Challenge you to do that. I challenge myself to do that. I'm gonna do it. You do it. Let's just see what the next 30 days could look like in this amazing city. Last little update, we've got summer. Let's go. I'm so ready for frickin' summer. Like, love summer in Duval, love getting on the river, love jumping on the Sea-Doos. John and I have already been out on the Sea-Doos a couple times this year, and we are ready to rip up the river. Let's go in the river. Okay, so we've got a new segment that we started last month. It's called Save the Date. So the idea is just we're gonna flash up a bunch of the things that are coming up. You can take a quick screenshot with your phone or computer, whatever you're doing. If you're on a Mac, you can do Command-Shift-4. That's my little hack. I do that almost probably every frickin' day. So we've got a couple things. July 4th, we've got the Carnation 4th of July celebration. July 6th is the start of the Duval Music Crawl. So thanks Morgan Henley for that. 7/10, we've got July 10th is Summer Stage. Save the date on that. And then of course, every Tuesday is Community Tuesdays at the Grange. Lots of cool stuff happening at the Grange, so just definitely follow them on Instagram. Thank you, Becky, for absolutely crushing the socials for the Grange. You do a fabulous job. Another new segment we added last month, we have a birthday section. So you can see, here's all the June birthdays up on the screen right now. One of those birthdays, oh, guess what? Mine, whatever. I turned 49, so there we go. Feeling very young, feel like a teenager, probably act like a teenager. Just ask my wife. I can be a pro when I need to be a pro, but I just love to have too much fun. The biggest celebration for June, Father's Day, right? So we had Father's Day, we had Juneteenth, that's June 19th. So there are a lot of cool special days in June, especially the people's names that are up there. They're like, hey, that's my birthday. So for July, August, September, for the rest of the year, I don't care when the frickin' birthday is, go ahead and just fire it over to us. We'll get it put in the calendar and we'll get it posted for that month's episode. All right, so now let's just jam through the upcoming events. So on 6/8, that was the start of the Duval Tavern Music Series. So these are brought to you by Morgan Henley Presents. My buddy Morgan, let's go. Morgan absolutely crushes the music scene in the Northwest. So it started on June 8th, and you can see we're rolling all the way through end of June. July 6th, there's more events. September 21st, we got Sandy Row. And then if you're jumping down to another music series, it's gonna be Incarnation. So now that we've started to get a little bit more reach, we're expanding a little bit to the Valley. So we're friends of the Valley. We're in the Valley. For those that don't know, maybe you're in Pierce County, outside of King or a different state, thinking about coming to Duval. The Snow Valley is basically this entire region, which includes Duval itself. So if you just want to get all the music that's happening in the Northwest, this is MorganHenleyPresents.com. So this is Morgan's website. You can go see whether it's at the Duval Tavern, the Carnation Block Party, whatever the case is. There is so much music around here. Like, this is awesome. Great job, buddy. Love it. And of course, we got Brody Nation. at Club Tolt, July 11th to the 14th. A lot of support beaming around the city for saving Club Holt. So let's go. Next up is June 23rd. So Summer and Smiles. So it's a music silent auction and wine tasting. This was supported from my friend Jackie Farrow, who's a photographer right here, a couple doors down. She's awesome. So $60 a couple on that. It's for a children's country home. So again, just raise a glass for kids. Let's get it. All right, and I told you, we are friends of the Valley here on DUVALL TV. So here we go with some Valley info. We got July 3rd. We have the annual spaghetti dinner. Thanks to Kira Avery at the Snow Valley Community Center for all this great info. So you got the spaghetti dinner. Everybody loves spaghetti, right? Annual Strawberry Shortcake Festival. This is just the Facebook event you're looking at here. And then really, if you just want to get all down with the information, go to carnationfourth.org. You can see here the first thing right off the top, Pies and Pints 5K run. This is on the 4th of July. This is going to be sponsored from my friend Mary Beth at Physio Care. We just did a YouTube short with them, partnership. It was super cute, turned out awesome. Thanks to Jess and Mary Beth for that awesome little vibe we did. That was really, really cool. So they're sponsoring the run. Really cool on that note. You got a kiddie parade, a vendor village, car and motorcycle show. Go check out carnationfourth.org for all the details. It's going to be a cool event. All right, Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. for a long time, for months and months and months, all the way through October. This is the Duvall's Farmers Market. So this is where you can go down and get like a giant donut. They have like really great hot dogs. You could go get some flowers from Crystal at the Little Things. And you can also, where is my van? Oh, my van. This is my van because Lynn gave it to me. So Lynn with Community Van, we're going to be doing a business spotlight YouTube short on them coming up at the end of the month as well. So a lot of cool things happening here in the city. The next event, this is a big one. This is the city run event. This one is super freaking fun. This is Summer Stage. So Summer Stage 2024. Let's go. It is a lineup that you don't want to miss for sure. July 10th is the first one. It is going to be classic rock. We've got country, we got 80s, we got Fleetwood Mac cover band, country Americana. Don't know what that is, but I guess we will when I get down there on August 7th. And then ending it up August 14th with Hawaiian Vibe. So Patrick and friends. Cool lineup. Rita Moreno and Jason Gren do such a fantastic job for this city, putting these great events together. And when it's not a city run event, I'll just tell you, Rita and Jason, they're so supportive of everyone else vibing and creating events in the community. Next event, starting on July 6th, this is the DUVALL Music Crawl. I'm just gonna put this flyer up here. You'll be able to download this from the description below. DUVALL Music Crawl starts on July 6th. This is a first annual music crawl. So again, guess who put this on? Big surprise, Morgan Henley. So we've got music at Amarillo Barbecue. You guys are killing it. So just food is incredible. You guys are selling out. You're packed. It's so cool to see you guys winning. Brandon Cassidy, the general manager, you are a total stud. Brian Davis running the show there, the owner. You guys just have such a great collaboration, a great vibe, a great energy with your staff, how you interact with their customers. We're gonna have music at the Grange and Grateful Bread and Duval Tavern as well. So you can see lots of music. This is so cool, guys, just to be able to drive more business to shop local here in downtown Duval. All right, we're about to give away some stuff. Before we do, I just want to give one quick special thanks to the Chamber of Commerce. Specifically, I want to give thanks to Michelle and Karen. They are our admins. They do so much hard work behind the scenes. Everyone, the board, I mean, just the chamber is such a cool thing to be a part of. You know, the visitor's guide, we just got these pushed out last couple of months to over 12,000 people here in and around the valley. And then also too, you can go online. So if you just go to the DUVALLChamberofCommerce.com, you can hit join the chamber. Just join right on the button there. Also on here, you have a digital PDF of the visitor's guide. So many of you might not know that. And then my favorite thing to do is when you type in the pages, go to page 16, hit enter, and bam, there we go. Subscribe to DUVALL TV. All right, guys, it is time for a giveaway. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this over to the sponsor of episode 14. And this is a person that I met just literally probably walking the dogs around the neighborhood. She lives just down the hill here and she's awesome. So she has a company called Sage Garden Consulting and her name is Emily Christensen, a super awesome, total community member. Like, loves to give back. Kids go to school here. So just getting to know Emily over this last like month and a half. And she was like, hey, I would love to sponsor the show and give away some stuff. So without further ado, Emily, go ahead, take it away. Show them what they're going to win.
Hey, thanks, buddy. It's my pleasure to be sponsoring this month's episode of DUVALL TV. I have a winner's choice giveaway opportunity with 2 prize choices available. Option 1 is a guided shopping trip to Flower World for you and a friend. We'll check out all the plants there, and I'll help you select some things that would be great for your garden and for your yard. If that's not your thing, option 2 is a pizza garden planter that I'll put together for you, and it'll eventually become all of the ingredients for a really great yummy pizzas later on in the season. This also comes with a 30-minute consultation for later on in the season as things grow and develop, where I will follow up with you and we'll make sure things are thriving, and I'll help you to be able to know what to do when it comes to harvest time, and then you'll be eating the most delicious pizzas you can. Both of these prizes are about a $150 value and are exclusive to this giveaway alone. Buddy, why don't you tell them how they can enter?
Awesome, Emily. Thanks so much. Wow, that is super generous. Very excited to see who's going to win. Drop the word garden into the comments if you want to get entered, and we'll do the drawing within 2 weeks of this video going live on YouTube. All right, let's shift gears and get into the mortgage section. So, a friend of the show, you've seen him on here if you've watched the show the last like 3-4 months. He is a total stud, great mortgage lender. His name is Connor Webb. He is with Advantage. Now, he just made a shift. So congrats to you, Connor, on the shift. And thanks always for being a great friend of the show. And take it away.
Thank you for having me, buddy. And before we get any further, make sure to go check out the Buddy Buck Show on Instagram and look at that first pinned post. Buddy might not be in real estate much longer because he's about to put Julio Rodriguez out of a job. Gone forever.
Buddy Buck back to the wall. He reaches up and makes the catch.
Not today, Webb. It's a no-fly zone, baby.
But in all seriousness, talking about mortgages and the economy, at their last meeting, the Fed decided to not change interest rates at all. Inflation has not been coming down like they wanted it to. So instead of dropping interest rates at this last meeting, they decided to remain flat. We'll see what happens as we move into the second half of this year, but I wouldn't forecast much of a change, if any change at all, in this calendar year. Any questions at all regarding home loan financing, make sure to reach out to myself. I'll put a QR code right here with my contact information. Otherwise, make sure to tune in to DUVALL TV. And buddy, back to you.
Awesome, Connor. Thank you so much. Be sure to follow Connor on YouTube at The Couch GM. So if you're a sports fan at all, definitely follow Connor. It's highly baseball related, but he does talk about other sports, and it's a great watch. So great job, Connor. You're totally crushing it. All right, bringing it in for a landing here, guys. Just a couple of quick things. So we had a couple of listings personally this last month. So you can see those here on theduvalllife.com right at the top. So this second one here, we just closed on Monday. So we were listed at $1,050,000 and we closed at $1,065,000. So congrats to Tyler and Jen for that closing on Monday. They're gonna have a little rent back situation for a month until they take off. So sad to see you guys go, but I'm really glad to have an opportunity to get to know you guys. What a pleasure. Like a total realtor's dream client. So you were just so great for Eve and I to work with, whether it was the staging or just the entire process, like just was such a great experience. And on that same listing, I just switched title and escrow companies to WFG, which for those that aren't in this industry doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that Corinne is local to Duvall. She lives here. Her kids go to school here. Her husband lives here. Everybody is right here, and that is so important for me, especially with DUVALL TV and just my real estate business being super hyper local, to have these relationships right in town as well. So that was our first closing together. It was totally smooth. High five, freaking awesome. Great job, Corinne. Super glad to be working with you on these future deals. Now, having said that, on this listing specifically, we did have a lot of fun. We went pending in 2 days, which was super cool. Got to do one open house, and at the open house, what do we see? And always see at open houses, the nosy neighbors. That's right. So we got to hang out with some of our friends, some of our neighbors at the open house. You can see the picture here, but we just had a fun time. Like, this is just the city, right? So, and I say a lot of this for people watching out of the city that don't understand Duvall. This is the type of city that you would be moving into. Cool people. You feel like you've known them your whole life a lot of times, like just having silly fun times at these open houses, whatever the case is. Now, with my real estate business, I do, like to invite the neighbors to like a private open house sometimes, just because because they want to see it. You know, they've lived here a long time. Their friend lived here. They're like, ooh, what does the floor plan look like? Is it look like ours? Is it not? So these are cool opportunities for them to get as well. So let's talk about real estate numbers for DUVALL, Washington. So this is always going to be, always, this is what I'm breaking down unless I tell you differently. Single family residence only. So no duplexes, no land, nothing like that. And only in 98019. That is our zip code here in DUVALL. So I'm going to compare year over year real quick. So May 2023 compared to May 2024. So there was 60 active listings last year versus 32 this year. So these are the things, like, instead of just posting stats, like when I was telling you in the beginning, I just, did a couple videos or whatever in the very beginning. A lot of agents either A, don't do any updates at all, which I didn't do for a long time. But then some just post like numbers and on a like Facebook or Instagram or something, and you're like, cool, there's the numbers. And a lot of times the brokerage provides these, and then just copy and paste them up, and that's fine too. Like, at least it's some information. But what I found was, in talking to my clients, is they don't really understand, like, what does that mean for me? Like, am I a buyer? What does it mean? Am I a seller? What does it mean? Like, is this good? Is it bad? Like, I'm just reading numbers. Unless you study this like every day, like we do, you wouldn't know. And so that's why I want to put a highlight on these numbers that I feel like are significant, that you should know as maybe a future seller or a future buyer. So in this case, 60 listings last year versus 32 this year. Well, what does that tell me right off the top? That obviously there's less inventory. The demand is probably going to be a lot higher. That's what you would think in most cases. But look at this. So we've got new listings was the exact same, but the active listings were a lot higher. So months of inventory, this is the one that I love to talk about. Months of inventory was 4.0 May 2023 and 1.5 last month. That's a big change. Months of inventory being at 1.5 is very significant, because that means if no new homes came on the market in DUVALL, Washington, every home would be sold in 6 weeks. Everything. Like, that is crazy to me, guys. So 60 days on the market, that's average days on the market. There's going to be a few outliers from May that were really on the market a lot longer to bring that number up. But things, if you're pricing well, things are moving quickly. And that's what I want to point out to you guys. If you're a seller, trust your agent. If they're giving you a range that says, look, this is what the sales and the pendings and the comps and, talking to the agents and all that, here's the range you should be priced in. And then you're just like, nah, I want to go outside the range. Why are you hiring them? Okay. Like, if you're hiring a professional to give you professional data and tell you why this is good for your current situation. And look, everyone's situation is different. I get this, but just trust them. Like, stay in the range. Don't just like pull a number out of thin air and be like, this is what I feel like my home's worth. And it is the world's biggest trap, because this is like a running joke in real estate. It's like every seller believes their home is worth more than it is. Now, every seller, no, not every seller. But again, and even us as homeowners, I'm like, dude, our house is worth more than I know it's probably worth too, because I'm in love with where we live and our home, etc. Even with low months of inventory at 1.5, that is a hardcore seller's market. 60 days average on market, that to me shows one specific thing. People are going, wow, there's nothing for sale. We're going to put a big number on our listing because of supply and demand. But I will tell you, with interest rates, now they're just closer to 7 than they've been in a long time. But even with interest rates being a little bit higher these last like 6 months, buyers are more educated than ever, sellers, okay? Buyers are smart. Buyers are looking at information. They're watching the show. They're reading articles, whatever the case is. They have all the access with the apps and all the public information. You can't just slap a big number on a listing, even if there's like 2 homes for sale, because buyers will not buy it. They will not overpay if they're super educated. That's why, to me, that days on market is at 60 and not at like 4, right? You would think that everything would be going really, really quickly. But again, some of these are overpriced, bringing that days of market up. So just something to know. Hopefully you got a little takeaway from that. But here's the fun part, guys. Last thing on DUVALL, average price, $1.133 million. Okay, single family, May 2024. That is for all the 21 solds. Looking at last year, May 23, 924,000. That is a 22% increase. For the last year, when we were talking about, oh, rates are high. Oh, people sitting on the sidelines. I'm gonna wait. You can wait until your heart's content. All you're missing out on is 22% growth year over year from May to May, right? So it's, again, you think you're saving money by, oh, I'm gonna wait for rates to drop. Don't wait for rates to drop. I'm just gonna say it very bluntly. Go buy the freaking home you want. If you need to sell and buy, go do it. But stop waiting for rates to drop, because the equity in the Snow Valley, specifically in Duval, is going up month after month, year after year, just like most of the country, honestly. But these spikes are, I mean, this is significant growth. Like, this is a huge financial asset for you. So if you need to help get into a home, a lot of times we can find something off market. So maybe you can do a seller financing deal where the seller and you create your own interest rate, and I'll help negotiate that, or your agent will, whatever the case is. But there are a lot of ways to think out of the box in real estate. It's not just as black and white as you think. There's a million ways to get things done. Work with someone and ask them questions like, hey, can we do some things out of the box? Like, is there an off-market opportunity? If you feel like you can't afford to get into these multiple offer situations, there are solutions. You are okay. We will find something for you. Okay. King County. Duval is in King County, and so is Seattle, Washington. So if you're watching Seattle, Bellevue, Kirkland, Woodinville, Sammamish, Issaquah, Redmond, all these big tech companies, Microsoft, Amazon, you know, go down the list. They are in King County. So this is just a banging area for real estate. We are hyper insulated because of the tech companies and the money around this county. So here we go. Active listings year over year, about 600 more in May of 2024 than last year. Days on market is about the same. Solds are roughly the same. I mean, here's what you can take away from King County. It's always just a beast, okay? King County just is very consistent. Month after month, we've done this now for 14 straight months, and these numbers are looking similar all the time. Months of inventory is always in like the low to mid ones, meaning there's very little inventory. Things are turning over quickly. There's a lot of people moving in. Again, I said for the tech and all those different things. And you can see the average price in King County, May 2023 was 1.132 million, and now it's up to 1.29. So same kind of like elevated growth in King County. So again, if you were going to purchase in Duval, in King County, first of all, call me. If you have any questions at all, text, email, DM, I don't care. Just reach out somehow, some way. Again, I'm here to support you guys. If you need vendors, if you need painters, if you need tree people, if you need whatever you need in the network, I've got you covered. So just let me know, buddy, I need this, buddy, I need that. We'll get you connected with the right people I trust, and not just somebody off Google or whatever. Like, these are all people that are in our network that we work with really, really closely on a daily basis. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap here for DUVALL TV episode 14. And remember, like and subscribe if you've watched this far. Appreciate your support. Subscribing and turning on the little bell, the notifications, so when the new episodes and the new shorts drop, you get notified right away and you can be the first to the information. So with that, guys, remember this: where tractors meet technology, small town, real life. Buddy Buck. Peace.